I never went to Harvard, but I got degrees to prove it. So I might fuck around and have a seizure on you. And I ain't fucking around with no local bitches. Start running the mouth, you got the people on you. My nigga Ticket say we got the people watching. I say really, man, cause I ain't even know. And y'all niggas be on Twitter just people watching. And we be in the stool on the ground just being focused. I'm all about a dollar like Arizona. My cousin Justin back from North Dakota. Now my ass getting hot like a seat warmer. So much ammo, we don't need armor. Now sitting there thinking about what the funny niggas think about. You can sleep on the nigga if you want. He might just be the nigga you been dreaming about.
Oh yeah. Is this what you been looking for?
Do it like we've never ever seen it done. There's no way that you could ever kill the flame. So hot, it's like we're living on this earth, living at the top of the world, like we never ever seen it done. There's no way you could ever kill the flame. So hot, it's like we're living on this earth.
Shit all figured out. Like why these niggas so pissed off? I can't be blamed for the other dude. Tell her why she had a tooth, or I tell her get lost. Been proud of these hopes and dreams. Couple lean, so I sleepwalk. It's like these niggas I got prepaid phones, cause all I'm hearing is cheap talk. I'm 22 with a lot of talent, tightrope, still gotta learn balance. My mama called me a little prince, so you know I gotta put her ass in a big balance. Flying in the land on the magic carpet, bullets flying at my city, anyone to talk it. Anyone can get it, gotta get we done talking. Bad bitch on the side like Chappelle Leo Park. Still a bitch like cable, capable of destruction, follow instructions. Instructed to kill niggas for real, nigga. You real niggas is bitches walking the hills, nigga. X-ray, listen to the bullshit drumline, nigga. He don't even read music, read these nuts. Give a fuck about anything that a nigga got to say out the way. I know preachers needing Jesus, and I know I'm far from perfect, but I know I got a purpose. What it is, I ain't for certain. Life is like a circus, but I ain't tripping, I know I'm blessed. But if I ever make it to the Grammys, I can probably tell my granny looking back, I got no regrets.
Living at the top of the world, like we never ever seen it done. There's no way that you could ever kill the flame. So hot, it's like we're living on the side.
At the top of the world, do it like we never ever seen it done. There's no way that you could ever kill the flame. So hot, it's like we living on the sun. Living at the top of the world, do it like we never ever seen it done. There's no way that you could ever kill the flame. So hot, it's like we living on the sun.
Yo, 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 this your boy Tree, your favorite loudmouth, aka Tree Farms, and this is the Beamin' and Tree Show.
You already know, it's your boy Triple Beamin', aka Beamin', aka your mama's side piece, and we right back at you with another one.
Yeah, man, my boy Beamin', he's out on the road, making that bread. Tell him where you at, Beamy. We doing the podcast straight from the cell phone to the laptop, baby. Tell him where you at, Beamy.
I'm in Chi-Town. You already know, man. I'm in. So what some people call Chirac, other people call it Chi-Town, other people call it the Windy City. You already know, man. Chicago.
Home of Jordan. Home of Bernie Mac.
Home of Bernie Mac, you know. You already know. The home where Jordan was dropping straight buckets.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad it ain't November, December, because your ass liable to be frozen out there right about now.
Hell yeah, because I ain't got no coat to fit Chicago. Tell me.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than that North Carolina weather.
Yeah, I miss the North Carolina women, though. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, yeah. You know, ain't nothing. Look, you know, we breed them thick and curvy down here, baby.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, man, we get ready to hop right into a little bit of sports, man. The hot topic today, this week, last week, right now is Kyrie Irving versus LeBron James, man. Reports came out that Kyrie Irving didn't want to play with the Cleveland Cavaliers anymore, particularly LeBron James. And some words were exchanged between both camps. Kyrie said that he was pissed off at the way the news was leaked. He feel like LeBron camp leaked the news. And LeBron camp leaked some things to Stephen A. Smith. Said LeBron was so pissed off to the point where if Kyrie Irving was standing in front of him beaming, that he might beat his ass. LeBron is brolic all of a sudden. Hey,
LeBron been out here snapping, bro. He been on his hood shit for real. And come on, man, he got Kyrie by like what, 6-7 inches, man. He would have killed Kyrie, man. But it's unfortunate it's coming to this. Is it safe to say, Tree, that the Cavs ain't getting another ring, bro? I think it's safe to say that by now.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's looking that way, Beeman. With all the chess moves that other NBA organizations are making, with Paul George going over to OKC and Chris Paul coming down to Houston. Now you got things circulating with Carmelo Anthony supposed to be going to join James Harden and CP. And I know LeBron is sitting over there with a nervous stomach, like he just got a detention note sent home. Like he don't know what's about to happen right now. His ace in the hole, basically his closer, is asking out. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see this one coming.
Yeah, he do not want to play second fiddle to LeBron no more. He wants to run his own franchise. Mind you, before LeBron got there, Kyrie wasn't doing so well running his own franchise. But he stepped up. He's an NBA champion, so he really has nothing to prove. He was a big reason why they won a championship, hitting some legendary shots. Hit some legendary shots in this year's final, but he came up a little short this year. But he's already a champion. He has nothing else to prove, and he just wants his own show.
Yeah, and they said the great Kobe, your boy Kobe Bean, he came out and said, quote unquote, this decision doesn't surprise me any at all. He's had conversations with with Kyrie. They were saying when Kyrie won the NBA championship the other year, 2015, he ran back to the locker room, and the first person he called, he FaceTimed Kobe. Like that's his guy. Kobe always preach you to be selfish in a good way. And Kyrie's
Kobe was telling him, man, just be who you are, man. You can't just wake up one day and start averaging 15 assists. Be who you are. You're a killer. You're a scorer. You won the miniature guard, but Kyrie is a killer, man. That's a bad boy. He won his own show, and it's gonna be awkward because if the Cavs don't trade him, it's gonna be an awkward year. There's gonna be a lot of tension in the air, and that could be volatile. Like you said, all the other teams have got better. Even the Celtics have got better. They drafted your boy Jason Tatum. They got Hayward, and they was already solid last year. Still got Isaiah Thomas, so they're gonna be a contender. Man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. You know how Kyrie, they in trouble, and then they picked up Derrick Rose. Oh, you can't count on him.
Right. Did you see that GIF that they put up on the internet when they said how LeBron gonna be looking when Derrick Rose grabbed his knee?
Oh yeah.
LeBron just kept looking over there real fast and shit. Yeah, man. The memes are coming, man. So it's looking, you know, it was looking ugly, and then Stephen A came up there and said he's not backing off of what he's reported. LeBron came and tweeted on Twitter and basically said, "Boo, get your facts straight. Fake news, not true." And Stephen A came right on the set. He came right on ESPN.
My boy was on vacation.
On vacation, bro. Looked like he just got out of bed. And he said, "Look, I'm not backing off what I said. Kyrie, LeBron's camp, they, you know, quote unquote, put this out to me, and I'm gonna report what was given to me." So he said, "What it is, LeBron is used to controlling the narrative of how things are portrayed about him, and he's not in control of how the narrative is going to play out this particular time, and he's never really been in a position where he hasn't been able to control that." So, you know, when Stephen A explained it in that dynamic, I was like, okay, understandable. I definitely see, you know, how one would feel if someone would come and say that he's reporting fake news. But nonetheless, it's turmoil going on in Cleveland right now. LeBron, you know, meanwhile, Steph is, you know, overseas catching alley-oops from his wife Aisha.
Man, hey, Steph living, ain't he?
He out here living, man. He doing his Asia tour right now, promoting his new shoe, and you know, him and Aisha, man, like they just living it up. The episode of Ballers premiered last weekend on HBO. For those you don't know, that's the 30-minute sports series that The Rock is starring in, and probably the first 2 or 3 scenes, man, Steph and Aisha walking to a jet, you know what I'm saying, on the phone with The Rock, got a cameo appearance in Ballers, and then they over in Asia throwing alley-oops to each other.
I'm gonna need to watch that, man. That's slick right there.
Yeah, man.
He got him another ring. He out here living. Got the fine wife. He really living, bro. He living. The light-skinned wonder of the world.
Like for real, brother. The new $200 million contract. Your boy out here in movies. He in Asia. You know, he was imitating. You know, when Klay Thompson went over to Japan and China, and he did the 360 dunk and got stuck. You know, Steph was out there imitating that. And just then they had a fan out there who shot a Steph Curry like 3 from half court and swished it. Your boy then, the Asian dude that hit the half court 3-point, he runs all over the court and start doing the Steph Curry dances, the little Steph shimmy, and he start moving his legs up and down and shit. I was like, yo, Steph is living over there.
Man, Steph becoming worldwide, bro. You know, LeBron the biggest star in sports, period, but Steph up there, man. He's becoming worldwide Steph.
Yeah, absolutely. Like worldwide Steph is definitely how I would put it, because you got to create and expand your brand out here, man. And with, you know, he ain't with Nike and Adidas like the other big dogs, so he got to get out here and take his Under Armour brand, and then they calling it SC, you know. So he's the brand SC. I know Papa Curry, man. I know old Dale Curry just sitting back, chilling, scratching his fat belly like, that's my boy.
That's my boy.
Straight out of North Carolina, man. I love them guys.
Straight out of NC, probably gonna win about 2-3 more rings at least.
At least.
You know what I'm saying? Just got a cool 200 mil. Hey, just PayPal me about $20, bro. We good.
For real. Well, yeah, man, we're going to switch it over to college basketball a little bit. The Carolina Tar Heels finally get their court date, August 26th, I believe. Coaches Larry Fedora, the football coach, head coach Roy Williams. Of course, that's the basketball coach, and the head's women's basketball coach, Sylvia Hatchell, have all been called into a court as well. And a lot of fans in the ACC and just in general in the college basketball world are not fans of the NCAA when it comes to how they come and handle things, and kind of similar to, Roger Goodell in the NFL with how he handled things. It's kind of their way or the highway, and they kind of make up rules as they go. Too much power if you ask. Too much power if you ask me. Too much money and too much power in both of those situations, Beeman.
Man, Tree, I got one statement to say about this shit. And excuse my language, folks, but fuck the NCAA, man. They don't pay these kids for their labor. It's the modern day slavery, bro. They don't pay these kids a dime. They don't let them get paid. They don't let people give them money while they in school. Some of these kids come in poor, ain't got a pot to piss in, but out here putting up 30 points and scoring touchdowns, and they selling their jerseys for nothing. And they got the nerve to bring somebody in for some cheating scandals. That's how I feel about the NCAA.
Yeah, NCAA just recently, man, haven't done anything on a consistent basis where, justice, the quote-unquote justice has been in favor of whoever they're prosecuting. And, man, so, with anything that comes up now, they're definitely going to be under a very close microscope considering how they've handled cases in the past. And it's just, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Carolina, man, because we all know about the fake classes and the African American studies professor who whistleblowed the situation, and
we know about Rashad McCants.
Rashad McCants done whistleblowed, and it's just been a bad situation, man. Over there in Tar Heel land. I hope banners aren't taken and wins aren't vacated, because it's a lot of tradition in that Carolina athletics department. Jordan, Lawrence Taylor, the list go on, man. Like, it's just the athletes and the professionals that they pour out of there. You got Stuart Scott, who went there in the journalism world, and Carolina just big on sports, man. And I know the fans and the people, the boosters or whatever, alumni, they're gonna be pretty pissed off if you try to snatch banners.
Oh yeah, well, we all gonna be pissed off, especially them basketball banners. The one we just got back here in April, that better stay, and all the rest of them better stay. The football team has came up. The NCAA, I'm done with them, man. I'm done with them. They pinpoint the wrong things to, try and come down on. They need to come down on the NCAA.
I agree, man. I agree. Like what they say back in the day, what the black folks say back in the day, we put America on trial.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody need to put the NCAA on trial. I'm tired of that.
Yeah. So speaking of being on trial, the Dallas Cowboys have had a lot of their players held up in the court, the public opinion court of law and the legal court of law. Wide receiver, special teams football player Lucky Whitehead was cut by the Dallas Cowboys earlier this week. Officials and police officers in Virginia said that Lucky Whitehead was involved in a candy bar theft incident. Later, Lucky Whitehead said that it was a mistaken identity, and he went to the Cowboys front office trying to clear his name, and the Cowboys cut him, and came out a day later that Lucky Whitehead was mistakenly misidentified with someone else, and his name was cleared by the police, and the Cowboys cut him, and then this man ain't got no job. Beeman, how do you feel about that?
Tree, you know how I feel about this. As much as I hate the Cowboys, and I hate them, this made me hate their ass even more. How you gonna cut this man without getting all the facts? And you got other kids on the team who dealing with domestic battery and this and then that. You gonna cut this man who basically he was one of the top returners in the league. He got his identity stolen in Virginia, and some guy was shoplifting. He used his name because they had the same last name, and somehow he got this man's social security number. He comes to y'all straight up and confessed that he did not do anything, and y'all cut him. And football teams are supposed to be about loyalty and brotherhood, and they showed none of that. I'm disappointed. I'm angry. And this man, now he don't have an opportunity to feed his family at this point.
Yep, and when you explain it in that perspective and in that light beam, I must agree. Everyone knows I'm a Cowboy fan, but sometimes right is right and wrong is wrong. In this situation, I just think the Cowboys was a little gun shy. You know, they heard a little bit of smoke and they got scared. They knew they was dealing with this Zeke situation and this Ezekiel Elliott situation. So they said, you know what? Pretty much anything that squeaks out now, you know, we're gonna obliterate it and try to separate ourselves from it immediately. And I just think this is a case of where they already have stuff going on with Ezekiel Elliott, like you alluded to. He's dealing with the domestic violence situation with the female that he just finally got exonerated for back when he was at Ohio State. Then he had the situation where he had the speeding tickets and car accidents. Now recently he got the situation where he punched this guy in the face at a birthday party at a bar and broke his nose. And some witnesses are saying that he did it. Some witnesses are saying that he didn't do it. And nonetheless, the police has cleared his name and said that Ezekiel Elliott too has been cleared and that he didn't throw a punch. So, you know, some would say, well, why didn't you cut Ezekiel when it happened? Well, I tell people, Ezekiel Elliott got Lucky Whitehead cut. Had Zeke had not gotten into this recent trouble, Lucky Mike would have had a safe job. But they like, well, damn, man, we already got Zeke, got us hot with the feds on our ass. Now Lucky want to come up here and have something going on, like Jason Garrett. Now the only good I did get out of this, I felt like Jason Garrett finally stood up and said, hey, I don't care if it's speculation or if it's you know, whatever. We are not gonna have this, and we're gonna separate ourselves from it. We did what's best for the football team at that time, and at that time it was needed to get rid of Lucky Whitehead. And you know, a lot of analysts are saying, well, you know, we just drafted Ryan Switzer from the University of North Carolina, who pretty much does what Lucky Whitehead does at a higher level. And they weren't going to carry 6 wide receivers, and they probably had a good excuse to finally do what they wanted to do instead of having to wait till all the end of training camp to finally cut Lucky Whitehead, because a lot of people were saying they were going to cut him anyway. But I hate that it happened like this at the scapegoat of America, and everybody just kind of, you know, seeing.
And his whole likeness and his whole, you know, his name has mad dirt on it now. Even if he didn't do anything, it just looks bad. Some people, we live in a headline generation. All they gonna see is the headline. It just doesn't look good. I feel bad for him. But I will say, I think it kind of like what Jerry Jones said, because he's like, man, I go to bat for players all day and night. For years, he's been signing people who had criminal records and giving them second chances. So I did like what Jerry Jones said, but Jason Garrett, he was out there with his tail between his legs. To me, he didn't answer the questions straight up. I mean, I guess he had to say what he had to say, but I did like what Jerry Jones had to say, but I don't really mess with Jason Garrett like that, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, man, because it's tough to get a job in the NFL. Now he cut and got to look for some work. He's already not a top talent, and he had found a home in Dallas, an opportunity to feed his family in a major way, and now he can't do that off of somebody being a bonehead and mentioning his name.
Right. So, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, man. You know, when I look at it from a social perspective and take myself away from being a fan, I'm definitely pissed off with the way it was handled. The brother didn't do it. He said that he didn't do it. He jumped out in front of it and said, hey, this is happening. I didn't do it. And he still got the quote-unquote axe. So, nonetheless, the rest of the NFL teams are in training camp. And training camp is under the way. Football is back. I think it's like 45 days until kickoff. So, you know, I know all the football fans are excited. Me and Beeman will be bringing you an NFL preview show probably coming up after we've seen a couple of preseason games. We can probably start giving out some predictions. I know Beamer want to touch on his Carolina Panthers and see how Cam Newton has been doing. Cam Newton's fresh off that shoulder injury with that rotator's cuff. So that rotator's cuff, man, that's a pitcher's quarterback's nightmare right there, Beamer, coming off that kind of surgery.
Man, I already know, man. I've been watching them closely. They down there in South Carolina right now at Warford College. The media is saying he's slinging it around out there, though, actually. I know a report came out yesterday. He's saying he still wants to run the ball. He wants to be him. I don't want that to happen. I want him to stay his ass back behind that line of scrimmage. He can be mobile, but he needs to take some tape from the great Aaron Rodgers and put that in his back pocket and study.
Yeah, he took some.
We're not having what we had last year.
Yeah, he took some gruesome hits last year, man, and he also was speaking about how he's matured a lot more as far as training himself. He understands that football is a 12-month sport, and he spoke on how a lot of football players was posting pictures of what they were doing on their vacation, and he said he chose to work out this year. Ron Rivera, the head coach of the Panthers, said that he came in at about 243 pounds. That's the lightest he's ever been at the quarterback position. So I hope Cam starts making better football decisions on the field and keep himself healthy because the Panthers go as far as he go. And 100% Cam Newton is always better than an 80% Cam Newton, considering the style of play that he has to offer for himself.
Yeah, we looking good, man. I ain't gonna touch too much on this. I think it's gonna be a bounce back year. I ain't gonna touch too much on this, but I like what I see so far.
No doubt, man. Well, man, that's it for the sports segment, man. Me and Beamer, we're gonna come back and touch on. They say it's a big rich town. I just come about the 4 and 5. We gonna touch.
I got me.
Yes, sir, baby. Ghost home, baby. So we get ready to we gonna jump into a little bit of Ghost and Tommy and Power, and when we also gonna touch on some fresh hot music that's out. The homie Stally's dropped a new album. Tyler Creator has dropped a new album. Currency has dropped a new mixtape. What else is new? That's the hardest working man in rap music.
Currency dropped mixtapes like Fat Girls drop pounds, man.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if that was a good analogy.
It is, especially if they just dropping pounds down on the couch, sitting around being lazy. There you see how I helped you out with that. But yeah, man, we Organized Noise, the sound behind the producers behind Outkast for so many years, they finally stepped back in the studio and put a 7-track EP together. Sleepy Brown's over the serenading most of the tracks, and they got CeeLo and Big Boy. The homie Big Rube is up there. So yeah, me and Beamer, man, we're gonna go and let y'all hear a couple of dope tunes, and we're gonna get back into some hip hop and barbershop talk, and y'all sit tight.
Be right back, baby.
Southern Smooth.
Rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, Pimp C.
It's Southern Smoke, bitch.
Rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, Pimp C.
Take it off, bitch, bend over, let me see it. Take it off, bitch, bend over, let me see it. I say take it off, bitch, bend over, let me see it. Take it off, bitch, bend over, let me see it. Okay, I been the guy, look in the sky. Rain hit my building, make my wonder cry. My uncle on that gin, that's like genocide. We got them pillar sacks, we can have a pillow fight. When my girl left, I wasn't feeling right. And despite she extra nice, she started catching feelings, I'ma catch a flight. She say I hurt her feelings, now she dating dykes. I'm glad this ain't no movie, you ain't acting right. Okay, take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it.
I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit
that shit off, bend over. 10 soldiers, we the opposite of been sober. Girls on each shoulder, codeine and cream soda, different weed odors. California, you can smell it in a coma. They say the world is finna end, so I made me a bucket list. All I wanna do is just fuck, so this my fucking list. Even if we ran us a train, you couldn't fuck with us. And yeah, I got me a bankroll, I need a bunch of wars. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it.
Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. I say take that shit off, bend over, let me see it. Take that shit off, bend over, let me see it.
They hollin' Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? They hollin' Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? They hollin' Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? Pimp C back. Now what the fuck is up? Yeah.
All you ever do around here is eat, sleep, and shit. Look at this place. Where y'all at? Y'all must think I'm the maid.
Is that it? I gotta go.
Hell no, it ain't it. It ain't it till
When I was young, I was the type to break the rules. Fuck a scholarship, I'm out here tripping, skipping school. Hanging outside, drinking 40s with the crew. Young troubled mind, that's when mama cut me loose. Daddy was a fool, homies trying to put me on some game. I said shit, let's get it, nigga, I ain't had no shame. Besides, I'm sick of watching mama struggle every day. I'm sick of not remembering the last time I ate, scraping couch change. Something gotta shake, squeezing dimes out of pennies. I'ma get it, that's either if I flip it or I steal it. Grandma say that I'm a menace. Ride around the city with my niggas, bumping dirty Sprite in the Civic, just don't give a fuck. Steady, we looking for cash flow. Hope that my nigga don't open the fire, cause he got that thing in the dashboard. Could you be saying I gamble with lives like prison, a place that I can't go? But he don't know that I be thinking that one day they probably gon' kick in my back though. Now once upon a time, not long ago, there was a nappy-headed nigga trying to find some dough. He was young, he was dumb, never gave a shit, and he hung around some niggas just the same as him. They would ride through the city trying to come up quick, jugging anyone they can, cause that game was slick. Mama said he would regret it by the time he's old. But when you grow up at the hood, this is how shit goes. Okay, I woke up this morning, no dishes in the kitchen, no pot to piss in, and still my mom's remain a Christian. As for me, I'm plotting ways to make my pockets thicker. Knew some niggas up the block, or what a proposition. Started having ounces of the gas bag bunking. Yeah, we pushing flowers like we see the bride coming. Come and get it, got the best in town, you can ask around. Hit my plug, watched him as he broke it off the pound. I called my girl, told her get some baggies from the store. The sandwich kind, matter of fact, grab about 4. I'll meet you at the crib, we can smoke a spliff and watch Friday. As we watch these plays come in, my nigga looking at me strange like why you gotta do that? I say why you tripping, it ain't like I'm selling no crap. I knew my consequences when I jumped in for this act, and don't regret it cause I'd rather not be broke, that's a fact. Now once upon a time, not long ago, there was a nappy-headed nigga trying to find some dough. He was young, he was dumb, never gave a shit, and he hung around some niggas just the same as him. They would ride through the city trying to come up quick, jugging anyone they can, cause that game was slick. Mama said he would regret it by the time he's old. But when you grow up in the hood, this is how shit goes.
Yeah, nigga, you know me, I really just don't give a fuck. I might pull any motherfucking thing, I might rob me a nigga, might steal from me a nigga. Shit, that's just how you gotta get it out here, you dig? Shit, I don't give no fucks, nigga. Fuck all y'all, fuck a motherfucking judge, fuck a motherfucking DA, fuck all y'all, fuck a prison system, fuck all y'all bitch ass niggas. Yeah, nigga, motherfucking minutes, bitch ass niggas. I go to war on all this motherfucking shit. I tear up all this motherfucking shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this your boy Tree, your favorite loudmouth, back on the mic, baby. And we just let you hear some dope tunes ring out through your eardrums like always, man. And it's about that time, y'all. It's about that time. They say it's a big rich town.
Hey, Mike, shout out to my boy Dangerous Mike, man. He hate that shit.
Yo, it was a chick on my Snapchat, bruh, and she was in the club and she said, "Oh my God, they playing the Power song." Yeah, man, but Ghost is home, baby. Like, Ghost is home. Like,
hey, Ghost is free. Hey, the cookout still gotta go down. We're gonna have all 50 cent sodas. You know, the all-brand sodas, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have somebody mama cooking on the grill. Ghost is home.
Ghost home. That last episode of Power was very monumental. It's the game-changing episode, I think, so far of the whole season, of the season 4. As we predicted, Beeman, the prosecution broke down. Angela's love for Ghost finally came back into play and was reactivated. And she went and put her ass up on the stand and told it like it T.I. is.
Hey, she told everything. I'm talking about she told everything. I'm talking about Sandoval was over there sweating. He was all getting all up in Ghost Grill, trying to break him down. And my boy Proctor gave what's my boy name?
Silver.
Gave him the keys to win the case. And they don't put Angela on the stand. She seen the tapes. She know my boy Ghost didn't do it. She had to testify.
Man, she got up there and Mock tried to go up there and flip the script and, you know, bring up her sexual relationship with Ghost. And when they did that, that totally messed the prosecution up. He don't know that he just made the doo-doo pond a little bit deeper for his knees to sink down into when he did that. And I tell you, man, that judge, old Judge Tapper, man, he called it straight down the middle, don't he, Beeman?
Yeah, he do. I thought it was gonna get a little rocky though. When they mentioned Angela and Ghost messing with each other. I thought that was gonna flip the script for Ghost, but it actually opened up the floodgates for him.
Yep. Then, you know, it just made Ghost defense team look good because, you know, there was no fraudulent practice or any shakiness going on their side of the stick. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it worked out in their favor. As we know, Ghost also had some things going down inside the jail where he took out Charlie Murphy, man. What a gruesome way for Charlie Murphy to go out, Beeman.
Man, hey, he had to get him up out of there, man. He was talking slick, talking about the family. Ghost had just had a hard day in court. You know, things didn't go his way. And Charlie Murphy coming in there talking slick, man. And he had to get him up out of there. So, and, you know, they was about to get him up out of there, but what happened, Tree? Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, man. The homie, I forget the dude name that's in there holding. Yeah, Teresi come up in there and help Ghost out with the situation. Help him clean the murder up and basically gain his favor and his leverage back on even kill with Ghost consciousness, so to speak, and told old Ghost he needed to hand that cell phone off to Tommy. Now, we talked about this before, Beeman. I'm starting to think that Teresi is Tommy's dad, man.
Man, that's Tommy's dad. That's his paw. You remember in the episode before, Tommy drops off the 20 grand to the address that was requested by Teresi, and Teresi's sick wife is there, and she's asking what's going on. And the dude on the outside who's working for Teresi didn't give up any information, so Teresi's wife knows something is going on. I'm thinking Tommy's mama was the side chick. She was the side chick. He got the side chick pregnant, and end up having Tommy, and Teresa's been gone all his life. If you remember in the previous seasons, Tommy was talking about his early life, how he came up without a father, how his mother was just a roughneck. She'd been on drugs and everything, so he came up hard without Teresa. And it still hasn't been proven. I'm waiting on another curveball, but I think Teresa is Tommy's father.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. It's just a whole bunch of curveballs been thrown. The great Simon Stern, who Ghost won who Ghost got his club back from, he's done popped up back on the scene, leeching off of the so-called quote-unquote weakness of what Ghost is going through right now. And it's looking like Tasha done took money from Simon Stern. Tasha, man, like, God almighty, all you had to do was just chill. Now you gon' piss Ghost off when he come home, because you know he hates Stern. Now, he still love Angela, and then she doing dumb stuff to make him think that's gonna, well, at least make him feel like Tasha. So at the end of the day, that dynamic came out of nowhere with Stern. Stern came back on the scene like he had just come off a coke binge or something.
Yeah, man. Tasha, she was a little shaky in this episode, man. If you remember, she was supposed to testify in behalf of Ghost, and Silver and Ghost came up with a strategy to let Ghost testify for himself. And they thought that would be the best move, and it ended up working out. And now Tasha's been talking to Stern after he had visited Ghost in jail, and Ghost said, bro, I'm cool. I don't need your money. I'm a boss. I handle my own debts, and I'm good. But you know, Stern was out here trying to leech off of Ghost, and now Tasha done got in bed with him. Not literally, but man, this gonna be interesting. And then we celebrate the fact that Ghost is out, but you still gotta deal with Kanan.
Still gotta deal with Kanan, man, and he's up to no good. But what the interesting dynamic that I've been paying attention to is when Julio saw Kanan back there in that office talking to Dre and they new little club setup. I think that, you know, shit is gonna hit the fan very, very fast. According to the previews coming up next episode, you know, it ain't looking too good for your boy Tariq, and you know, Tariq's still spiraling out of control, and you know, Tommy is seeming like you know, he's on to whatever the hell it is Tariq is up to. So at the end of the day, I'm just hoping Ghost can't get home any faster.
Man, Ghost can't get home any faster. This is gonna be the ultimate clash, man. Now messing with my man's family. Got Tariq at parties. I think he done lost his little virginity. It's an old girl. Ghost finds out. Tommy finds out about that, and he automatically runs to Drake and questions him. Talking about he took him to a party, and Drake said, I ain't taking him to no party. So Tommy definitely knows something is up. Ghost, he just can't escape this trouble, man. The ultimate forces are gonna clash, and it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and the great Tommy, he, you know, just got slid out of town. The Chicago Connect done called him up, told him he needed to come to Chicago and have a sit down and talk, whatever that means, and go. He's not even aware that Ghost is home, and with all the, you know, stuff that's going on with him and Lakeisha, and you know, she feeling a certain kind of way, she feeling them, and she done, you know, of course Tasha knows that Tommy and Keisha are, you know, sleeping together, and she also knows what happens to Holly as well now too. So
that was a big scene, man. I was not expecting that. For him to finally reveal what happened to Holly. We all celebrated when Holly got up out of there. Tommy didn't know she was pregnant at the time that he committed the murder, but he finally told Tasha And Tasha held him down and said, we was a family, and you got to do what you got to do sometimes. And basically she was saying, look, even if it come down to Keisha, she starts squilling and getting, getting the feds involved more than they need to be, she got to go too.
Yeah, she got to go. And seeming like it don't have to get to that point where they got to take her out. I would love to see some more Keisha scenes, aka Lala. I would love to see her naked. She had another crazy sex scene with Tommy on the previous episode, and I just appreciate the writers for doing it for the bros.
Yeah, do it for us. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's Tommy hitting it and not me, it's cool.
Yeah.
Tommy got a brother fade. He got a fade like a brother. So we're gonna let him slide.
Absolutely, man. Shouts out to my homie Real. He was like, yo, y'all boys got to talk about the homie Tommy's fade. He got the illest fade in the game, man.
He do. It be tight enough. It be bald in his back, kind of like the Demon fade, but it's a Tommy fade, man.
Right. It definitely resembles the Beeman fade.
Yeah, it resembles my fade, but he rocking it, man. It's perfect, man. It's perfect. So he doing this thing. I'm gonna let him slide. I'm gonna let him keep getting in Keisha whenever he wants to.
Right. And but yeah, man. So like I said, that pretty much sums up what y'all seen on Power. I'm not sure.
Gonna get hot this week.
Yeah, I ain't sure what's gonna happen. I'm thinking Ghost definitely about to come home and clean the streets up a little bit and get things back in order, so to speak. And it's looking like the plug is telling Tommy that he ain't gonna be working with Ghost no more, and we always know how that work out. So y'all stay tuned to the Power, man, and your boy Beeman and Tree will be definitely be reporting on it and letting you know how we feel about it. But we're gonna
speaking of Power, though, it's a power struggle over here in our next show. One of me and Tree's favorites, my baby Issa Rae and Insecure. It premiered this past weekend in Tree. It seems like a power struggle, man. It looked like my man Lawrence got the leverage in this one. What you think, brother? I'm a part of this Lawrence high, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely down for the brother Lawrence, man. Issa Rae, she's doing her thing with this show Insecure, man, and on the show right now, it's looking like he's up by 5 with 2 or 3 minutes left to go in the game, because what the perspective and the dynamic I like about this situation with where he's at and where she's at right now. Most guys always do hold the leverage in this situation, because females, man, they don't really like meeting guys all over again and falling back in love, getting to know tendencies and strengths and weaknesses. Chicks get comfortable, man, and they like what they like when it makes them feel good and over the top. Most of all, whatever man fulfills them as a woman and completes them, they don't want to go out and try to find that all over again. And we're seeing that now with her doing the internet dating. She's still, having talks with her homegirl about maybe he'll come back. And as we see, your boy Lawrence, he over there sleeping with his sleeping on his homeboy air mattress and still knocking down chicks.
Oh man, he's still knocking down old girl from the Saints. I wanted him to knock old girl from the Saints way earlier than he did last week. But he held out. He's been a good dude, and now he's reaping the benefits. He's still knocking her out, and might I say, I appreciate that scene as well.
Absolutely, and HBO do not hold anything back. Not saying Power and Stars hold anything back, because we forgot to talk about how Julio was knocking down the Asian chick, man. That was
Asian. Man, Julio, my guy. He stays doing that, man. Ain't nothing.
Yeah, man, Julio be knocking them down, man. But yeah, I appreciate Issa Rae and HBO for that good old sex scene with Lawrence and the side chick. Hey, yo, Lawrence homeboy funny, man. I'm gonna tell you how real. I'm gonna tell you how real the show is. I like how he was over there and he was filling up the air mattress, and you can hear the air going into the air mattress pump. The show was just authentic all around, man.
Yeah, bro. And he basically telling he got wrong. He's trying to get the hell up.
Yes, sir. He said, man, that's slick how you do it, man. You go in there on a Friday, stay the whole weekend, and you come back to my crib on Sunday afternoons, and you chilling. I like that little plan. That's and that's the plan of a lot of brothers out here, man, who out here who just struggling, trying to get it together, man.
Man, they just getting by, man. Lawrence getting it together, man. I am a part of the Lawrence Hive. I know all y'all girls. I had the Riri Squad and the Beehive and all these other hives. I'm a part of the Lawrence Squad. I'm gonna get me a blue Best Buy shirt and some khakis and sit on the couch and watch Insecure this Sunday with my boy Lawrence is still winning and the power struggle of Insecure. Issa Rae out here throwing parties, gang members burning up her apartment, and she's trying to make me get jealous, and it ain't gonna happen. But she ain't winning right now. It's all about Lawrence. Lawrence out here winning. He slid through and got his stuff out the bathroom and hit it for a minute, gave her a little quickie, and left her confused and dipped out. I appreciate it.
Yo, fist pump for Lawrence, man. Shouts out to Lawrence, man. But yeah, Insecure is heating up. I'm excited on what's gonna happen. Shouts out to the soundtrack, man. They had SZA up in there. She gonna be debuted a lot.
Definitely had some SZA.
Yeah, she gonna be debuted a lot on the episodes to come. And shouts out to Issa Rae, because she has a music supervisor who was A&R in the music industry, and he said he actually picks about 10 songs per episode, and then he still runs them by Issa Rae for her to approve of them. But
man, she could give me that job, Lord, man. That's a good job.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, especially you getting a check from HBO. That's always a good check.
Man, that's a good job. I seen she put Cardi B up in there. Cardi B got one of the hottest records in the whole country right now, that Bodak Yellow, and she put that in there. She put the Gold Link single in there, Crew. Gold Link, he's from the DMV area, and he has a hot single out that's been buzzing for a few months. She put that in there too. So Issa definitely got her ear to the streets, and shout out to that A&R that she was telling me about. He got his ear to the streets for real.
Absolutely, man. Well, speaking of music, and did you want to touch on something else, baby?
Nah, man. I was just gonna say, man, Insecure, man. I'm here to stay. Power and Insecure, they got my Sunday full. You better believe it.
Absolutely, man. They're definitely gonna take us all the way to football season, because I look forward every weekend to. And we only on episode 5 with Power, man. It seems like we on episode 9. We just at episode 5.
They usually give us about 12. See, they usually give us about 11 or 12, man. I hope they don't short us.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't gonna short us. It's a lot about to happen, man. That was, like I said, as a writer, you didn't want this whole season 4 to be about Ghost being in jail. Eventually you had to show the flaws in the case, get the fact that the evidence was basically some BS, and get Ghost home so we can get on with the season. So I applaud the writers for speeding along the process, but I don't think they're gonna short us, man. I think we still gonna get about 11 to 12 episodes.
Alright, well, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Well, yeah, we're gonna switch over to the entertainment world a little bit, man, and the music world. Tyler, the Creator, dropped his album Flower Boy, aka Scumfuck Flower Boy, and but it's titled Flower Boy. And me and Beeman was telling you on the last couple of shows ago where Tyler, the Creator, came out saying that he was gay on the song. He has a song on the album where he is talking about he been kissing boys since 2004, and that was pretty controversial. And I actually saw Questlove, the member of the member of the famous group The Roots, and he put up on Instagram a picture of Tyler, the Creator's album, and quoted and captioned it as "Wow." So I said, hey, if Questlove is co-signing it, then I'm all in. I'm gonna go take a listen for myself. I was running around doing errands today, had a chance to check out the Tyler, the Creator album. I must say it's very musical. The production is off the charts. Tyler is being Tyler. He has Jaden Smith up there, Frank Ocean, and a couple of more West Coast artists up there. And I must say, Beeman, it's a well put together album. Like I said, it's very musical. He used a lot of instruments, a lot of melodies, and I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a very good album, and I'm pretty sure his fans, who are very loyal to him, will definitely support the album. But yeah, I definitely want.
Well, that's what's up, man. I already know, man. Tyler Creator, when it comes to lyrics, that's never been in question. Even though they're over the top, we already know he can rip a mic, man. I was in the car yesterday, man, riding through the streets of the great Chicago, and I just threw on that old Yonkers, man. That's still one of the hardest instrumentals I've heard in the past 10 years. Tyler Creator came out hard, controversial, eating roaches on the videos and saying what the hell he wants and doing wild shit. And the music has never been in question. Never been in question. All this stuff about him being gay or whatever. If he is or he ain't, and if he's trolling us, I'm not surprised. And if he is gay, I'm not surprised either. So that's just Tyler Creator. I'm glad he putting out a great body of work. If he gave it the cosign, and I gotta roll with it.
Absolutely, man. Next up, man, the homie Vic Mensa out of Chicago signed with the label Rock Nation. He has the album titled Autobiography. Must say, this album as well is nothing short of good. When Vic Mensa first came out, he may still be associated with Nick Cannon, but I remember when he first came out, he was on Wildin' Out, and he had a track out then. But he's with Rock Nation. The internet's been blowing up all week long since he's dropped his album. Those of you who don't know who Vic Mensa is, the rap artist who called out DJ Academics on the podcast, TV show, The Everyday Struggle with him and Joe Budden. And Vic Mensa was basically up there telling DJ Academics, you know, you don't have the credentials to be speaking on what's happening in my city of Chicago, and you know, that's how you basically got your fame. Only real men speak on situations like that, who can handle and carry themselves in that dynamic. So shouts out to Vic Mensa, man, for giving the people some good music. I don't know if Beeman might want to touch on it. I don't know if he had heard it or not.
Oh yeah, I have, man. I'll just do a little bit of it, man. I love the joint that he got with Pharrell. I believe it's called Wings. Definitely, I love that joint. Vic Mensa is a guy that I do respect his criticism. He's really a socially conscious brother. From what I've heard, he has another track with Pusha T that I like. He's touching on issues in Chicago and all over the country. Dude is an interesting character, interesting MC. I'm glad he put out a body of work, man. That's no matter what, man. I'm glad when you put out a solid body of work and the bars are there. And that's definitely that with this Vic Mensa project, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to all of Chicago.
Next up, Organized Noise, the sound behind Outkast, the Dungeon Family, anything that came up out of Atlanta. Rico Wade, Sleepy Brown. What's the third cat name, Beeman? I always forget the third dude name.
Ray. Is it Ray?
Yeah, Ray. Yeah. So those three brothers, they dropped a 7-track EP, and of course they got the infamous Big Rube, but they're kicking knowledge.
They bought the old squad back together.
Yes, sir, man. They had Big Boy. They had CeeLo up there. They threw 2 Chainz up there on the track called Kush. They also brought the girl Joy back, who did a lot of the female vocals on some of those Outkast tracks back in the day. And man, Sleepy Brown serenaded probably 80% of the songs on the 7-track EP. And I must say, I'm glad that Organized Noise is back in the studio and they filling themselves out. And I must say, it's a dope 7 tracks, man, and it was a breath of fresh air. I also listened to that too as well, baby.
Man, this is exciting news, man. Like I said on a few podcasts before, I did go to the original dungeon in Atlanta, Georgia, where Rico Wade and the whole Dungeon family, including Goody Mob, Outkast, all of them used to record. over there on the south side of Atlanta. I went to the original dungeon, saw some great artifacts, got to hold them in my hand, met the lady who lives there now. So I'm very excited to hear that Rico Wade and the rest of the organized noise they still got their thumb on this thing, sounds like, man. Sleepy Brown's always one of the more talented brothers. Gave you that smooth East Coast / Nate Dogg sound on the track. Very pimp-like on the track. I'm very proud of this, man. Hopefully something else comes out of this, like Dungeon Family movie, perhaps.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. They could pretty much do anything they want at this point. I know Big Boy, he was getting interviewed. I was looking at a recent interview of him, and he was talking about his new album Boomiverse, and he was just speaking on how he's doing music for his fans now, and just for music. He ain't doing it for the rap sales. Outkast is the only rap group to go diamond. Of course, Eminem and some other cats in the past have went diamond as solo acts, but Outkast is still the only rap group to go diamond, and that means sell 10 million records or more. So Big Boy said, considering he's done all of that, won a Grammy, he's just making music for his fans, and
not to mention they own all the masters.
Absolutely, man. And but B-Man, I mean, the elephant in the room, man. It seems like they always can get CeeLo and they always can get Big Boy, but why they can't never get Dre? You mean you tell me Dre couldn't come back and bless this organized noise track, man?
Don't ask me that, man.
What the flip mode squad is wrong with 3,000, man? And I'm gonna tell you something that somebody said. You can't throw 3,000 in the top 5 and you ain't got a body of work as a solo album.
I don't want to hear it. He's my number one MC all time. I don't care.
Man, what about his body? What about his body of work, man? As a solo artist,
it hurts me, man. It hurts me because I know what he can do. He teases us every year. He throws out about 5 features. Now I want an album. I want another Outkast album, and I'm mad he didn't give us no verse on this. It's always a breath of fresh air when he gives us a verse, but no 3,000 slander, none.
Well, he got to get it together, man. It's like Erykah Badu play voodoo on all her baby daddies. Jay Electronica, he ain't making no music. Andre 3000 ain't making no music. I ain't sure about DOC and what he got going on. He's sitting on.
DOC ain't making no music. No, he ain't making no music. Once you get some of that Badu, bro, you might as well hang it up. You better put out all your music you want before you get up in that Badu.
I seen she was in a picture with somebody, I forget. She had a picture with somebody. She was chilling with a young boy. It's a rapper. I can't even put the name to the face right now, but yeah, man, Badu get a hold of you, baby. You might as well hang it up like you say, man. But
I ain't never gonna put out no music like that Badu. I ain't gonna want to. For what?
Man, like you say, like we said on like the first 2 podcasts we ever created, man, I go and look at Window Seat at least once or twice a year.
Badu can have me right now, all of me. I quit whatever I'm doing.
Well, my boy Nesby Phipps, he's a underground artist. He's affiliated with the Jet Life crew, Currency. Jet Life. Nesby Phipps just dropped an album called Black Man for Sale. He was he was an instrumental producer for Jet Life Recordings when they first started putting stuff together back in the mid 2000s, around 2009. But I'm a big fan of Nesby Phipps. He just dropped the album called Black Man for Sale. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. And Currency also just dropped a new mixtape. And like I was telling Beeman, what else is new? But I know we got, I would like to think a lot of our listeners listen to Spitter. I know I do.
Man, I was telling my homeboy about Currency the hospital the other day, man. He was like, oh, I don't really know who that is. Well, how you don't know Currency the Hospital, man? This dude been one of the most consistent artists in the South in the game, period, over the past few years. Dropping mixtape after mixtape. The dude be on tour 200 nights out the year, and the rest of the time he's putting chrome on them lolos.
Yeah, he got the TV series on YouTube called what is it? Something in Lowriders. I forget what it's.
I know he's got the Cruise Life brand.
Yeah, he got the Cruise Life brand, and but he got a web series on YouTube where Raps and Lowriders. That's what's the name of it is, Raps and Lowriders, and he just take you behind the scenes of his car shop, his auto shop, and they do a lot of riding, and he also got the internet sensation. I don't know if you people familiar with OG Magnum. He's the white dude out here that's in the club, and he be out here dancing and bouncing around to the trap music and any kind of music, and he just be out here for the culture, man, at a lot of different car shows. He's starting to catch on to a lot of people on the internet, but I would like to say my boy Currency Hot Spitter had him first down there in New Orleans, and at his car shop, giving him some car alterations. But do you know who I'm talking about, Beeman? The white dude, OG Magnum.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So yeah, shouts out to the homie Spitter. Like I said, him and Nesby Phipps just dropped tapes. For those of my who are Jet Life fans, go check that out. And
yeah, I still gotta check that out, man. I would respect anything Currency put out, man. That dude is a true hustler. When you mention independent in the rap game, I think about Currency the Hospital and a few others.
Yeah, man. Currency got the merch going. He got his own strand of marijuana called Andretti OG, and he always talk about selling audio dope, and then he said he can sell dope legally now. So yeah, shouts out to Currency, man. Another guy who dropped another album is Stally. Stally dropped a new album called New Wave. He dropped it last night. He dropped it Thursday night, and he signed with the Maybach Music Group, and it's 14 tracks. A lot of dope titles up there as far as the tracks go, and real excited about this. I hate that Stally and Wale signed with Maybach. I wish they would have just stayed by theirself and created something like Cole did with Dreamville and all that good stuff, because they're equally talented. They're equally talented as that guy, but some guys don't like to put in, the independent hard work that comes along with that quote unquote indie title. So nonetheless, yeah, shout out to Stally, man. I still bump his Lincoln Way Nights Intelligent Trump music, which is a classic.
Yes, it is.
But
yes, it is, man. Stally, man, the Midwest monster, man. Me and my boy Dangerous Mike was just talking about Stally this week, man. We was like, man, what the hell is Stally at? He was like, man, I don't know what he's doing. I was like, I know he's into fashion and all his cars and stuff. And what the hell do you know? Stally drops an album. He could have at least tweeted me and told me he's about to drop something.
Yeah, he dropped it very 2011-ish. Like, he just dropped that joint in the middle of the night, man. And I guess if you're a Stally head and you checking for him, he hoping that that you seen that. But yeah,
what I can say is my boy Stally, man, he know how to make some show money. And what I can say, my boy know how to make some show money. The Midwest is his playground. Ohio, Chicago, where I'm at right now, Detroit, that's his playground. So, man, he gonna get that bread, and I definitely gotta check out that album. Thank you for telling me about that, Big Tree.
Most definitely, man. Well, like I said, we said he signed to Maybach Music, and Rick Ross, who's the founder of Maybach Music, he's been in a little turmoil this week. He was interviewed by, I believe, Angela Yee, and she was asking him, about signing female artists to Maybach Music and all that good stuff. And he basically said that the reason why he ain't signed a female artist to Maybach Music, simply because he probably would be tempted to quote unquote have sex with one of them, and to just keep business and pleasure separated. he just, you know, have an all-male roster for now. Stally, Wale, Meek Mills, and
you know, he got my boy Rocky Fresh and all them cats.
Right.
A loaded roster. My boy Skrilla.
Yeah, so he came out and explained, that's why he's kept a male roster, where a lot of people said that, that was messed up that he said that, and my boy Beeman here said that he don't feel like he should apologize.
Man, he kept it real, man. What's wrong with that? He kept it real. It ain't like he, said nothing out of the line. He just kept it real with himself. Kept it real with y'all. Like, the reason he can't sign one is because he probably don't want to have sex with her. Because he ain't gonna sign no ugly one. She gonna have more backyard and all outdoors. She gonna look good. She gonna be talented. Who wouldn't want that? But I understand where the backlash is coming from. People always got to be mad about something. But at least he told the truth. I don't blame him.
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays claim they want to hear the truth, but when it's given to us, we seem to somewhat shy away from it. But nonetheless, he's already had a controversy with the infamous song where he said he absolutely. So then you come and say something like this, the female women hive in general are gonna come for you. So I think Rick Ross is he engaged or is he married?
Hell nah. I remember he's single with 4 quarters, man.
Oh, okay. I remember he had a chick one time, man.
He had Lyric Galore. He did propose to Lyric Galore back when he put out the Black Market album.
Yeah.
He did propose to her, but that was short-lived. Rick Ross is out here, man.
No doubt, man. Well, nonetheless, man, shouts out to Stally and MMG, and we hope that
I want to be invited to the pool party next year.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Rick Ross, he had to go and defend Meek Mill honor this week as well, man, with the whole Trick Daddy and Meek Mill beef.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, because Meek Mill, like I was talking about, he started he was the first one on the yacht, on the dirt bike, and in the videos, and Trick Daddy came out like, who the hell, we'll make sure you don't never come back to Miami. That's like talking about he influenced Miami niggas? Nah. So, Trick Daddy was hot about that. I seen his video clip. Trick Daddy a character, bro. He be in there cooking like a mom.
Yeah, Uncle Trick, man, like, somebody said it looked like he needed to sharpen the blades up on his clip the way his mustache was looking. But nonetheless, man, Meek Mills finds himself in some more. I tell Meek Mills do a better job of staying in the news than he does being a rapper. And I know it's a lot of Meek Mill fans out there, man, but that dude suck as a rapper. I'm gonna just say it here. I ain't feeling, bro. I ain't never listened to none of his music. He yell. He don't rap. He can't rap. And at the end of the day, I don't F with him. I'm not a fan of him. And if I ever was somewhere where Beeman and Tree was interviewing rap artists, I probably would act like I didn't see him because I don't like his music. Like Common said, if I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating.
No, that's real, man. But I will say, his Dreams was more than one album. It's decent. It actually did pretty good until he started the Drake beat. And this album isn't so bad. It ain't that bad. There's a couple songs I like. Meek Mill ain't my first choice to go listen to. I'm not rushing to listen to his music, but it ain't that bad. But I feel it.
Yeah, well,
and speaking of this, Uncle Luke actually came out and said he was like he wasn't as belligerent and demonstrative as say of that Trick Daddy, but he got online on Instagram and was like, man, how you gonna say this, man? How you gonna say something? He like basically stopped saying stupid shit, and he basically was like, I'm gonna give you a history lesson. Go look at all my old videos. I was the first one on the yacht. I had all the cars in the video. I was on a yacht. We was on dirt bikes. We was doing that. And we had all the women shaking that ass in the video. And we all know how Uncle Luke and them got down.
Yeah, Uncle Luke is the originator of the vulgar, over the top strip club atmosphere music. Yeah. So and then it trickled up north towards Atlanta, and that's where Atlanta get a lot of their influence from as well. So yeah, I wish guys wouldn't say stupid stuff nowadays, but that seems to be the thing that catches fans' attention, for them to stay loyal to you. People want to congratulate musician artists nowadays for who they're married to, who they're beefing with, what they're wearing, more so than just the quality and the body of the kind of music that they putting out, man. And that's why a lot of stuff that I listen to, people don't know what the hell it is, because that BS y'all listen to every day, it's throwaway music. It's here today, gone tomorrow. So, and like, where's Roscoe Dash, man? Like, I remember.
I don't know where Roscoe Dash. Fetty Wap fell off the cliff.
Fetty Wap gone. Roscoe Dash. I remember Trap Queen was just the hottest thing around, and it's just.
Yeah, Roscoe Dash.
Yeah, man. Girl, come and turn it up, man. Like them dudes.
That song was like the anthem my freshman year.
Yeah, man. Throwaway music, man. So, big ups to him though, man. Switching gears to the barbershop talk, man. We're gonna get ready to wrap this show up. I know Beeman on the phone. I'm probably running his iPhone battery down. But we're gonna touch on being black, man, and how important it is to create the black dollar in the black community. And me and Beeman want to touch on the leaders of the new school for the black folks out here: Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Dr. Wesley Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Those three brothers, if you don't know who they are, get to know them. They're all about black black education, black economics, black self-wealth, black self-health. As Dr. Umar Johnson calls himself, he calls himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism. He's been going to the fire, to the end of the earth, trying to educate black folks. Yeah, man.
On the sword for the community.
Yeah, man. He's speaking a lot of positive things, and no slander for Dr. Umar Johnson would be tolerated here. People got a lot to say about someone who's always actually taking the risk of speaking up for our people. But it's like I said, and someone else, I seen someone said, it was the Colin Kaepernick situation. Harry Belafonte said it. Anyone who has something to say or is against a black person when they come out and speak publicly about our racial and social injustices, any black person that has a problem with people like that does that is comfortable with the type of oppression that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And it pisses me off that the rap music we got nowadays suck. So it really ain't nobody standing up for our particular race who's trying to talk some positive direction to us. And a lot of people say, well, the young people in this era, they don't like to be preached to and like to be talked to. Well, I tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be broke and working for the financial and corporate plantation that exists here. And if it's guys out here who want to give me ideas and tips and ways of living a better life and helping, black people that I rub shoulders with every day, I'm all for it, Beeman. As you know, Dr. Umar Johnson, man, he from North Philly. He got the beard. He rocked the Timbs. He rocked the dashikis. He's one of us. He's only 40 years old. Like he doesn't preach. He speaks the real. Beeman has met Dr. Umar Johnson before. Touch on that, Beeman.
So did, man. About 2 years ago, up in Washington, D.C., at the Millionaire March, had the opportunity to have a conversation with the brother. I was already a fan of his work. He's a motivational speaker. He's, like Tree said, he's all about our culture, the benefits of the black person, the black dollar, the black education, the black mental health. He's on the family tree of that the great Frederick Douglass, one of the great black activists in history, and he's actually on the family tree. He actually breaks his inheritance down of that bloodline on one of his recent interviews, or how he's related to Frederick Douglass. He's got about 6 degrees, and he's not one of these bougie dudes, man. One of these bougie black dudes who got a little stature in the community. Nah, he ain't that, man. You hear this man talk, you'll instantly be intrigued. I've been following his work for about 3 years now. I'm definitely impressed on what he got going on. He's definitely trying to start the school, the charter school for black kids all over. He's raising money. He's raised about over $200,000-$300,000.
Actually, he done raised $700,000, baby.
Oh, 700. Okay. I know last time I heard him speak, he said like $300K. So that's definitely a great step in the right direction. He could have made it. Well, I messed up by saying charter school, because he said he don't want to make it a charter school because he don't want any state funding. He wants everything to be African, black. So, man, he's definitely doing his thing. Wesley Muhammad is doing his thing. He's one of the leaders of the movement of the black man is God, something I've been saying for forever. Treaty says it. We perpetuate that to each other. Peace, God, when you see me. And it's all endearment. And Boyce Watkins, he's getting us right on the financial side, the business side. One of the people I go to, very smart brother. And these 3 guys are looking out for the community. So if you have any free time, you ain't doing nothing right now, man, definitely YouTube Boyce Watkins, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Dr. Wesley Muhammad.
Very well put. I ain't got too much more to add to it, because if you go and look these guys up, they'll definitely inform you and uplift the way you think. Hopefully it'll change the way you think. And man, one thing they all have in common, they got that doctor in front of their name, and that's important. It's better than just being Kevin Durant, the basketball player. Not a knock on Kevin Durant, or any athlete, but being Dr. Umar Johnson and Dr. Boyce Watkins, man, those names should hold weight in our community just like athletes do. And we need political activists and social activists out here who we can follow and look up to, because Obama, he was only able to do so much in 8 years when he was in office, and the fight is on more than ever. Your boy Trump out here done said that transgender are dismissed from the military. They are no longer allowed and accepted. And as long as we he also issued basically what I like to call a death warrant on the MS-13 gang. He said that he had the whole group of police officers behind him, speaking on how we're going to dismantle the MS-13 gang. A war is out on them, and I heard people say, I don't see nothing but one gang speaking to another.
That's it, man.
But yeah, it's very important, man, that we recognize who our leaders are, and we listen to them and see what they have to offer. Dr. Boyce Watkins has the little black, he calls it the Black Business School, where he has about, I forget how many students that he has attending, but they basically just teach you economic wealth, financial freedom, and how you can save money. Dr. Boyce Watkins said that he was speaking on the fact that how Julio Jones, the wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, just lost a $150,000 earring, and he paid divers to go out in Lake Lanier in Atlanta to go and search for this $150,000 earring. And he said, he laughs when he hears about stuff like that because that has no capital. You know, it gains no interest when you spend money on something like that. And considering the fact that that has happened, he said, man, he wish he could get, some athletes who, would donate, about $3 or $4 million a piece. He said, man, do you know what I can do with $30 million? He said, I could take $30 million. He said he could take $10 million and set up homeschooling for black folks all across the country. And if the money is processed and used right, he said, man, he could teach black folks for the next 30 to 40 years on economic wealth with just $10 million, man. He said, because he'll gross.
I've always said that, man. Soon you guys will be hearing from me, because I'm gonna put together the Black Hustlers Summit. I'm gonna be from every city in North Carolina and every city that I visit. I'm gonna be bringing hustlers. If you a hustler, you ain't with the typical 9 to 5 life, even if you is, I'm gonna bring you out and we're gonna discuss, man, buying up all this land. I need a million people. I need 1 million brothers and sisters who got $2,000, and we're gonna buy this thing up. The Hustler Summit is coming. It's gonna start in my home state of North Carolina. It's gonna start in Winston-Salem, Greensboro area, Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, and we're gonna try and buy up all this land, man. So, man, Tree, I definitely feel you, dog. We always try and shed light on the people who got greater platform, or even greater platform than us, who know how to articulate it probably a little better than us. But them 3 brothers definitely, man. If you are lost, or you're looking for a little bit of direction, or you've been looking in the wrong places, man, these are the guys we're looking to. When Wesley Muhammad says the black man is God, I've been feeling that way. When you hear somebody, a powerful figure, say that, you believe it. And that's what we're trying to get our black boys to look at themselves as gods, our black girls to look at themselves as goddess, and we're going to be unapologetic about it. Absolutely, man. That's the only way to be. David Banner was talking about how white people, it's their job to take care of their race. I was listening to Leo Muhammad, and he always speaks about how the word racist comes from scientists, biologists, and to be a racist is to be in love, or to love something or your group or your race. He said, so to David Banner was speaking from the same dynamic when he said white people love their race. They're racist by all means because they love their white people. They love their own kind. They do everything for them. That's why they give white people the Grammys first and the Oscars first. It's not their job to give black people's Grammys and Oscars and things like that. It's our job to come up with our own awards. People laugh at the Soul Train Awards and the Essence Awards and the Jazz Awards, or we don't like to show up to those kind of things, but we got to celebrate those awards where they have been in place for us to be recognized in the same light when we're performing these kind of arts, when it's music, when it's film, when it's anything in the entertainment field. Like, there are awards and platforms set up for us to be celebrated, but we like to be validated from what's already been put in place on the mainstream that the Jewish community already set in place years ago, and that's Hollywood, that's the Oscars, that's the Emmys, that's the Grammys, and all of that stuff. So as soon as we can, everything in this country, everything in this country is made at a white standard, right? And when we realize that, we run the world. Our culture runs the world. So we go over and start our own Oscar awards and own video music awards and our own ESPYs or our own whatever we want to, man. Well, we need to have our own magazine. And speaking of black publications, you shed some light on a black publication thinking about selling out. Yeah, man. The Essence magazine that's been here since 1970. They got bought by Time Inc. 12 years ago. Time Inc. bought in a large stake of Essence magazine, so they're owned by a white group, and Time Inc. is trying to sell off Essence along with a couple of more
magazines that they have money invested into, so they can go from print to the digital media world. And a lot of people, Derek Dingle, the CEO of Black Enterprise, he spoke up and said he hopes Magic Johnson, Bob Johnson, or Oprah or Jordan or somebody buys Essence.
Michael Jordan, Diddy, Jay-Z, somebody.
Yeah, hopefully somebody can buy Essence magazine, man, because it's looking like it's trying to be sold off. And you know, Jet already has ended their publications. You know, does Jet magazine, is that still in effect, baby?
Man, I haven't seen a Jet magazine in a minute. I haven't seen a Jet View of the Week in a minute. And I'm kind of sad about that. We got to keep our black publications together, man.
Yeah.
So one of those powerful figures to come through and scoop that up, that'll be powerful, man.
Speaking of Bob Johnson, he those of you who don't know, Bob Johnson is who founded BET and owned BET originally before he sold it off to Viacom. And Bob Johnson and Gregory Jackson are two automobile car dealership owners, and they have just reported that Bob Johnson and Gregory Jackson are the first two black-owned auto dealerships in America to annually gross $1 billion in one sales year. How about that, Beamer?
Did you say a billion with a B?
A Billy, baby.
And DJ Khaled walking around here talking about he Billy. Nah, they Billy.
Yeah, they Billy. Real. And
they Billy for real, man. That's big, boss, man. Man, Bob Johnson, he just get out the bed and stumble across a couple $1 million on him.
Yeah, man. He said he owned 35 car dealerships. He owns about 18 Harley Davidson dealerships, and that's in 18 states in America, baby.
Man, he just got his fingerprint everywhere, man. Shout out to Bob Johnson. I'm still a little salty, so what was ours? It ain't been the same since. I knew it was something up when I seen the BET Awards playing on MTV. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's the damn Viacom.
Yep, Viacom, man. Like I said, BET stopped showing us how to be black a long time ago. I must say, they are definitely trying to change the look of that with the shows that they're putting up there. John Singleton had Rebel up there this past spring. Yeah. Irv Gotti has Tales.
Tales. Yeah,
of course, being Mary Jane is up there. So you know, they're doing a decent job of trying to preserve whatever else there is left to preserve on that TV network. But shouts out to Bob Johnson and Gregory Jackson, man. Like I said, they're the first two black-owned auto dealerships to gross $1 billion in one sales year. And they said there are, I want to say, 18 more black-owned car dealerships in America, and they all combine to gross $8.7 billion a year. So that's good as well. So we need to we gotta recognize these kind of people and reach out to them, man, because these are the kind of people that can help us start these schools and help us preserve our magazines and our culture in general. These are the people we have to celebrate.
Man, we need to go ahead and start buying a few of these ball teams as well too.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah,
buy big, man.
Yep, I mean, a lot of these owners, man, they come from lines of wealth, like a Bob Johnson or Gregory Jackson or Oprah or Magic Johnson. Look at Magic Johnson right now, man. Like, I'm so proud of him as an entrepreneur right now, and just as a philanthropist in general.
Man, I was having a conversation the other day, man. I was saying, man, imagine if Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, all of them came together and like, man, we about to create our own thing.
Man,
we're gonna create on our own team, and everybody's gonna come play for us, and we gonna be in the NBA, or we might start our own league with Ice Cube and them.
Absolutely,
that's what it's gonna be.
That's what I was about to say, Beeman. Look at Ice Cube, the great O'Shea Jackson. O'Shea Jackson was out here saying "fuck the police." Now he has his own basketball league. And one thing about it in white America, one thing that always speaks to the voices of white America is the green dollar. See, the black face and the black voice don't hold a lot of weight when it's just in the presence and just talking a whole bunch of gibberish. But when that black voice got black wealth and that green dollar standing behind them, they not gonna turn down that green dollar, especially if they feel they can make money from it. So if we can just get our money together, we can start buying black, support black, building black. I've been on my Facebook trying to uplift my friends and my followers because I see so much negativity posts, so many memes posted every day that don't help us. Everybody got jokes and funny things to say and always just acting like life is good right now. And we in a psychological freaking warfare right now with our own people, man. We got to start loving each other and stop being scared of each other. And we got to start helping each other and supporting each other. Because the moment the way we keep going, man, posting memes and posting relationship goals and posting this new outfit, this new trend, this new breakup, like none of that stuff is progressive for us, man. Like we it's time for us to start like people like our generation think it's so cool to be black, right, Beeman? But think how cool it'd be if all of us was wealthy. Like that shit'd be real cool. It'd be very cool to be black and rich, man. But see, we black and poor, and we settle for that.
You talking on it, man. You speaking on it. I was having a conversation today, man. If you don't know, Beeman have a lot of conversations. I have a lot of conversations. It motivates a lot of the rhetoric for this show. Having a conversation just today, man. I was saying, man, just think about if everybody was educated on owning their music. Hip hop runs the world. I mean, it's the greatest influence in the world. That's why you see little Katie out in the suburbs doing our dances and rapping our words. So we run the world. Just imagine if all these superstars own their music, own all of their music, man. We would have hip hop billionaires already walking around every day. Hip hop billionaires. It's all about ownership, man. Ownership.
Yeah.
Like my Jay-Z said, man. Free enterprise, black entrepreneurs, free enterprise, man. That's what we own right now. And we love people, but we definitely got the best interests of our people.
Absolutely, and you know, I know we may have white listeners or maybe some Latino listeners or whoever, but like you said, we love all.
We love y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all. We love especially the brown man. You know, cause the black man and the brown man catch hell in America right now, man. You got the president openly saying he don't want the brown people here at all, and then they subliminally and blatantly are just like disrespecting black people every day. Like black folks and the brown man catch hell every day, man. So at the end of the day, we definitely have the best interest in our people. And speaking of that, I want to shed light on 21 black-owned restaurants here in the Greensboro Triad area. And we were just speaking on Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's live right now on Facebook speaking on how there was a racist reaction to the signing of Michael Vick of the Kansas City Chiefs. Those of you who don't know, Andy Reid gave Michael Vick a second chance of playing football after he was ridiculed and sent to jail for having his dog fighting ring. And at the time, Donovan McNabb was at the Philadelphia Eagles, and Andy Reid was the head coach. Well, he gave Michael Vick a second chance, resurrected his career at 29, and allowed him to come back and fight for a job. Well, Andy Reid, that same coach, is now the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. Michael Vick is no longer in the NFL. We all know he just had some controversial comments to say about Colin Kaepernick.
We ain't even talk about that.
Yeah.
He don't fit for this right now.
Yeah, you know, he just had some, you know, words where he said Kaepernick should have cut his hair and, you know, maybe he'll get him a job and all that good stuff. Well, on the cusp of that, he was just hired as an intern to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Andy Reid, you know, has gave him another shot at being a coach now. Well, there has been a racist reaction from a fan, and Dr. Boyce Watkins, who we was just speaking on, is live on YouTube right now speaking on that situation. So, there you have it. These guys that we was telling you to check for are always tackling things for our people, because the media isn't gonna put out what they need to put out for us, especially for the conduciveness of black people. But I want to shed light on the Black Restaurant Week that has been organized to increase awareness at black-owned restaurants within the Triad community. These businesses are recommended. You can also go on my Facebook page and check these list of restaurants out. But I just want to shed light on a couple of our these restaurants for those who listen and those who live in the Greensboro, Winston-Salem area. Here we go. Victor Hussey's Catering at Khalif Temple on Wendover Avenue. They are open on Sundays only. Alexander Devereaux's on Gate City. They're open on Sundays only. Stephanie's on Randleman Road. That's in Greensboro. They're open 7 days a week. Funderburk's Cafe and Catering on Cone Boulevard. That's in Greensboro. Paradise West Indian Restaurant on Randleman Road, Greensboro. Sid Will's Catering Restaurant on Main Street in Jamestown. That's right in between High Point and Greensboro. Denoris' Soul Food in Greensboro on Highway 68. Sweet Potatoes, that's downtown in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's black owned by two sisters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Forsyth,
some of that good Jamaican food.
Absolutely, man. Forsyth Seafood Market and Cafe on the same exit as Winston-Salem State here in Winston-Salem.
Yes, sir. Right there on MLK in Winston. Yes, sir.
Dame's Chicken and Waffles on MLK in Greensboro. I must say, I eat at Dame's regularly, people. The freaking macaroni cheese and that peach smear, that they got some baked macaroni cheese. The chicken wings are on the point, but that peach smear that you can put on them damn waffles, man.
Hey, talk about it. Preach, brother.
Man, Dame's Chicken and Waffles got what you want. They have a location also in Durham, North Carolina as well.
Yes, they do. And that's the best $12.50 I ever spent.
Every time, man. They got potato salad. They got everything you want, man. But that baked macaroni cheese they got up in there ain't nothing short of the truth, man.
Hey, it's just different.
It's different, and it's our people, man. So go out there and support. Annie's Roofs, Wangs, and Things on Bessemer Avenue in Greensboro, North Carolina, for all my A&T listeners and A&T students. That's right on the next block over. Occasions Restaurant in Burlington. They have just built a new Denny's on Gate City Boulevard, a.k.a. High Point Road here in Greensboro. And this Denny's, y'all, is black owned. Go support it.
Yes, sir. I seen that before I left NC. Tree about tripped me out, about crashed the Mercedes, man. I was like, damn, when the hell they put a Denny's right here? And it's great to know that you just shed light that it's black owned. That's what's up. I'm definitely gonna have to stop by there when I get back.
Absolutely, man. Got about 4 or 5 more restaurants. Wilkes Skillet, now Kingdom Cafe in High Point. The Summit Cafe on Summit Avenue. Prime Time in Winston-Salem.
Yes, sir.
You've ate at Prime Time before, Beamer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. That's on my side of town in Winston. Shout out to the north side of the Traco. Prime Time right up there across the street from the Coliseum. Go check them brothers out, man. No doubt, man. Marie's African Cuisine on West Market Street. That's right across the street from Harris Teeter on West Market. Let's see what else we got here. The Reggae Cafe on Lee Street. Everybody in Greensboro is definitely familiar with the Reggae Cafe. True, we done ran through there. We done spent the true check with them.
Oh yeah, I done gave them a bag, so to speak. Them plantains and them damn rice and peas and cabbage and it's curry chicken. I go in there and get the Jamaican jerk barbecue wings.
And Tree, that and my alter ego is Red Wine Rico, so I go up in there, give me a nice jerk chicken meal, and I put a little red wine on that thing, give me a glass of wine, and I do my thing. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shouts out to them, man. Taste of Ethiopia in Greensboro, right off of West Market. Then you got Calypso Mama Caribbean Cafe. That's on Phillips Avenue on the north side of Greensboro, right off of right off of Summit. Then you got Erie's Rhythms on Silas Creek Parkway. That's in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, sir. That's right over there by the mall. Some good Jamaican food as well. Go up in there, get you some oxtails. Go up in there, get you some rice and peas, and tell them I love them. Tell them Beeman and Tree sent you.
There you go, man. I'm gonna try to get a couple of these restaurants to sponsor the Beeman and Tree so we can have some perks for our listeners. You can go in there and mention the Beeman and Tree, and maybe you can get 10% off of your dinner for you and your sweet thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And you got thing now.
Yes,
gotta take your food.
Yes, sir, man. And to round off the list, man, no pun intended, Hickory Tree Barbecue on Randleman Road. And that's in Greensboro as well. And I've also ate at the Hickory Tree Barbecue. It's a food truck setup, but he now has the restaurant set up over on Randleman Road. But man, he used to be all around Greensboro in the food truck. It's got lime green letters, and the base background is black. But Hickory Tree Barbecue is always at food truck rodeo downtown Greensboro, and just anywhere where you can find food trucks nowadays. They have a lot of food truck get-togethers and events where you can go and try different food trucks and foods and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, that's
Tree. If you don't mind, I want to shout out my barbershop right there in Greensboro, North Carolina as well. Shout out to my boy J Money, aka Barber J, man. He'll put that fade on you like nobody's business. He over there, Heads Up Barbershop on Wendover Avenue, on West Wendover. Shout out, that's my home barbershop. I visited Chicago. I'm in Chicago, man. I had to go to the west side and get me a fade because I'm here. But, man, shout out to my barbershop there. And I want to shout out my sister. She sell all the natural products, Earth's Bliss. And she over there in Winston-Salem on Germantown Road. And you can go over there and get you a massage, a facial, whatever else you want. And get you some nice stuff to oil your skin up and some smell good. So that's Earth's Bliss on Germantown Road in Winston-Salem. That's my sister. She'll kill me if I don't shout her out. So I got to do that.
Oh, yeah.
She got some great products. Great products. I wanted to shout them out. Shout out to my barber, man. Tree, I already know you like shouting out your barbershop. They can put lining that beard over how you like it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shouts out to Hair Stadium Barbershop on East Market. That's right next door to the Lux Lounge, Cuisine, and Cafe. Right up there by A&T and the House of Prayer Church. My barber Rashad, and shouts out to Shad and the Great Red up in there. All the barbers up in there. Kenny, the Great Drew, and the Great Boone up in there. They'll go in there, man. And you got
what about the Collard Green King, man?
Collard Green King, man. Yo, Collard Green King is definitely on Instagram, catering to your needs. He's at the Lux Lounge throughout the week as well. That's a black-owned lounge and restaurant spot as well. Collard Green King, man. Go follow him on Instagram. He got your rice and gravy. He got your baked macaroni and cheese. He got Collard Green King got his garden that he pick his vegetables from. I seen him planting it a year ago. He got all the protein you need, meatloaf, baked chicken, barbecue. I seen he had some honey, some smoked barbecue chicken that he had posted on Instagram today. But he always got a lunch special going down. And check out Collard Green King, just like it sound, aka Snacko, as he called himself, Chef Snacks. And yeah, man, Collard Green King, he'll get you right, man. At Lux Lounge here in Greensboro, North Carolina, man. He do his own thing, and he'll cater for your cookout, birthday, get-togethers, anything that you need, man. Collard Green King, he'll have you right. But I don't know if Beeman want to shed any more light on anything. We definitely wanted to shed light on black businesses and creating the black dollar. We love our people, man. We love y'all. Like we here to.
If they can't feel by now. Yeah, we love y'all.
Yeah, we here to help them, Beeman. We here to get them through the day. We gonna crack jokes. We gonna tell it like it is. But at the end of the day, man, we all want to lay down comfortable at night. So knowing when we get up the next day, it's gonna be just as comfortable. Ain't nothing like going to sleep with stress on your mind about the shit you got to deal with the day after, man. And that ain't a good way. That ain't a good way to go to sleep or wake up on a consistent basis.
Yes,
oh yeah, Beeman. I also want to shout out M&F Bank, Mechanics and Farmers Bank here in Greensboro, North Carolina. We got to bank black, y'all. That's the only way we're gonna get some decent house loans, some car loans. That's the only way we can get scholarships generated. We have to start banking black. Wells Fargo don't care about y'all. Bank of America don't care about y'all. SunTrust, whoever it is y'all deal with. I bank with a credit union. You know, that's who I bank with. But as of now, next week after, your boy Beeman and Tree, we're gonna come to M&F Bank, and we're gonna take pictures of us owning up banking accounts, because we got a bank black. Sir. And Mechanics and Farmers Bank is located on Morrow Boulevard in Greensboro, North Carolina, right basically across the street from my barbershop. It's at the from the Lux Lounge. It's at the intersections of East Market and Morrow Boulevard, right there on the corner. M&F Bank, Mechanics and Farmers. And if you haven't heard, Killer Mike had the Black Bank Challenge last summer, where he challenged everybody to go to Citizens Trust down in Atlanta, Georgia. That's a black-owned bank down there in that region. It's not nationally owned. It's just regionally. You know, it's not many nationally owned black banks at all. Everything is regionally owned. But we got to get to that status, y'all. Imagine if we had 6 national black banks. You know, we could. That's how you can create revenue. That's how you can get business loans and stuff like that. But you got to start banking with your people. You got to start spending with your people. You got to start supporting your people. You've been supporting white businesses and white folks all your life, and look what that's got our people as a whole. And like I said, we love all people, but we in the best interest of our people.
Preach it, brother. Preach it, brother. And you know, Beeman dropping that sufficient revenue brand is coming through, and some Beeman and Tree shirts is on the way. So support us as well.
Absolutely, man. Well, it looked like me and Beeman, we about an hour and 40 minutes in, and Beam, like I said,
I think it's the longest podcast we ever did. So
probably
the longest one we ever did.
It is, and probably one of the most informative ones too, man, because it's time that we start showing our people that a lot of us scared of each other and don't think that we care about each other, because we trying to, you know, beat the next man to the punch, trying to beat him to the finish line. See, but if we all get to the finish line together, that's more powerful. Especially if we all in the.
Hey, what whole thing? On the 444 album, what's better than 1 billionaire?
2.
Especially if he's the same hue as you.
Yep, absolutely. So we just want to promote black excellence, black, you know, businesses, the black dollar, man. Anything that's black and positive, the Beeman and Tree Show want to bring that to y'all. Nonetheless, we love all our listeners. We got 69 subscribers right now. As Beeman said, Beeman and Tree shirts will be coming available. The website is coming very soon, and we're gonna keep doing this thing. We ain't gonna stop doing it. We're doing it for the people, and nothing else. Doing it for the people, and we're doing it for the babies that's coming up, man. Because Beeman is a father. He already got a little young black god that's gonna be a king in this world one day. And you know, we in the fight for the young kids, man. Like the teenagers ages 15 to probably 22 are gone. Ain't nothing we can do with that age group right now. But the ones that's 25 and up, you know, they still can be helped. 24, 25 and up, they still can be helped, man. And we want to talk to that age group and older, so we can start living a better life and start, you know, being progressive out here in numbers instead as individuals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, man, you ain't got nothing else. I think that's it, man. This was an important show. I'm live from Chicago right now. It's almost 12 o'clock midnight. I think it's 1 o'clock. Almost 1 o'clock over there on the East Coast, ain't it, Tree? Yep.
It's 12:50 right now. So it's 11:50 where you at, man. And we're gonna bring y'all another show. Hey, if Beeman in Alaska and I'm in Germany, you couldn't believe the Beeman and Tree Show is still gonna be reporting live, baby.
Yeah, yes, sir. We're gonna put the product out, man. I'm I'm here touching the people in Chicago, man. I'm going to look out for the Beaming Creative Tour. I'm going to be posting up little reviews and going to visit some black businesses here in Chicago. I already linked up with a slick barber. He put that fade on me, so that's the first step. I supported a black business. I'm going to support some more while I'm here and wherever else I go, but you will be hearing from the Beaming and TuT show regardless.
Well, that's about it, people, man. This your favorite loudmouth, Big Tree, a.k.a. Tree Farms, man, and this is the Beaming and TuT show.
And you already know it's your boy Triple Beaming, a.k.a. Beaming, a.k.a. your mama's favorite freak. And we out, baby. You know my usual spiel. Keep it real, eat what you kill. Peace.
Peace. We out, baby.
You gotta take your time, young blood. Don't get too ahead of yourself, man. You gotta slow it down, young blood. I got this liquor in me, I'ma wreck some shit. No way, just put your guns down. Tell me who you praying on. Time is of the essence, who you waiting on. You ain't gotta go and get it till you got what you want. Get what you deserve. Spoken word is smoking herb. Don't want sell dope no more. Left 2 kilos at the church. Now we back to selling perps. All I was getting gas. Asked if I was doing good. This owed me a 50 bag. He done spent his whole life on the hunt for the commas. No more Louis colors with the motherfucking tent. Just a 2-tone Impala. He can't sell bricks no more because the fence is on his ass. So I asked, nigga, ain't you tired of the struggle? It's like saying that you tired of the hustle. When you're 9 to 5 don't love you, they gon' throw your ass out with the trash. And the bills gon' keep coming. Might as well find you some dope in the stash. I'm looking for peace of the mind. I need me a piece of the pie. I need me a cut of the dough. We could be out cutting the dough, but y'all niggas don't hear me. What you want, my nigga, we been in here. About to eat, let me take in my silverware. You ain't eating, get out of that Frigidaire. So cold it feel like it's a prison there. For the strugglers, I'll become millionaires. Tell my uncle I got him a busy here. Yeah. You gotta take your time, young blood. Don't get too ahead of yourself, man. You gotta slow it down, young blood. I got this liquor in me, I'ma wreck some shit. No way, just put your guns down. Tell me who you praying on. Time is of the essence, who you waiting on. You ain't gotta go and get it till you got what you want. I had a mind of my own since I was old enough. See, Spody left the gate open and now we blowing up. I get this dope, beat the fam and put my niggas on. I must feel comfy as hell, these hoes keep sleeping on. I taught myself how to work a skate just to sell a zip. I left the skate at the crib, I'm about to make a trip. Another tell from the corners of where I'm coming from. If I eyeball you a gram, I just might show you love. Yeah, coaching niggas to success like Dennis Kimbrough in the limo, making bitches break their back like a limbo. No, ain't shit coincidental, best start taking advantage. I'm a man of my talents. Your Marcus Garvey, tell these niggas sorry, they should've listened. Should've paid some attention. You all focused on image, but broke is 4 ratchet bitches. I take a piss in my pictures to leave these bitch niggas shitted. Say some dope for my children, and after that we just chillin'. Man, this shit be so vintage, like them white and North Pippins. Hot top and the soul had the pump in them bitches. Ride around with skate money with the pump in the Chrysler. Corner Stories Part 2, can't give these bitches some fire.